you also ask, what other questions do you have? See, when you do that, you open up the world to all of the questions. You open up the world for
Mm-hmm.
that person to ask questions. So then when he asks a question and you go, well, I'm going to get to that later. Well, you told me to ask you whatever questions. So what's the deal? If do you want me to ask you questions or not? Because you told me ask whatever the questions I have, and then um, this another thing that we'll talk about a little bit this tomorrow also is anytime you answer a question, you have to ask another question to take back control of the conversation. If you don't ask another question, you lose the control of the conversation. So anytime you answer a question, you ask another question to put it back in the where you want it to go.
Okay.
So they say, how much is the program? Well, it varies, just depends on which level you really want to get in, because we have a few different levels. So right now, I mean, why is it important for you to do this? Why are you looking into this program right now? So you go back in with a question to bring them back where you want to, which is going towards the pain.
Okay.
And especially with the emerald, you want to answer the questions enough to keep moving. Because if you don't answer the questions, they gonna get pissed off because they want to know their answers.
Yeah, I think I opened a can of worms by kind of asking
Yeah. What other questions do you have?
kind
Yeah.
of stuff over there. Yeah, 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 yeah. So that can should have not been opened, right? Yeah.
Yep. All right. All right. So let's try another one.
Okay.
Ring ring.
Hey, this is Tony from Boss Consulting.
Hey Tony, this is Paul. I had a call with you guys today, and I was calling to get some more information and see if I can get started in this program.
Yeah, Paul. That's great, man. I will get into that. Where are you calling from, Paul?
Oh, I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yep.
Okay. This where exactly is Minnesota, man? I know it's in the U.S. I've not been there. I call from India, man. I don't know.
It's in the more towards the northeast, a little bit more to the west of New York area. So it's in that cold
Oh,
area. Yeah.
okay. So what's it now? It's, summer, winter?
Well, right now it's going into the winter, so it's starting to get pretty cold out. But I'm in Minneapolis, so it's pretty decent out here right now. But winter's always coming.
Right, man. Right. Okay. So, Paul, what, where did you come across John, and what's really interested you about him, man?
Well, I was looking on the internet. I think I was on Facebook or something, and yeah, a friend of mine had said, "Hey, look into this guy," because I was looking at doing some type of sales training, and
Hmm.
he said, "Hey, look at this guy," and I started looking at a few of his things, and yeah, I saw his page on Facebook, and then I started following him in that group. He has like a group, and so I got in that group and followed him from there.
Hey, good, man. Did you go through his playlist? I think he shared a playlist of his videos on it, right? Were you able to go through that
Playlist where?
YouTube playlist?
No, no, I didn't do the play. I guess I must have missed that.
Uh, is there any other video of his that you've seen?
Yeah, I saw his. He was talking about the boot camp thing. So there was like a
Ah,
short video on the boot camp. So I saw also like the documents of what's all included in the boot camp. So yeah, I just wanted to get some more information and see what's kind of things I need to do next. I want to look into getting my sales skills a little better. I'm a pretty decent now, but you always can get better. And so yeah, I was checking out this program and seeing what's the possibilities.
awesome, awesome, Paul. Like, if I were to ask you, what is that really caught your attention the most in the documents and the kind of the videos that you saw?
Well, like I said, I mean, I look at a lot of different salespeople. I follow Jordan Belfort and a lot of different folks, and so I had never heard of this guy. So I wanted to look more into the program and really just kind of get some information and I like how he set up a lot of stuff and a lot of things he said in the group and a lot of posts. And I caught a couple of his live actually videos. Yeah, so yeah, he seems like he pretty good guy and knows what he's doing. And yeah, I mean, I'm always willing to learn. You know, you can learn everything, learn something from everybody, even if they don't know anything. So
Right, man. Right. You know, that's really a nice thing to always have it. Like keep growing, you know, always and
yeah,
keep learning. You know, right? That's about life. You know, you don't get stagnant somewhere. You know, you need to keep moving. Right. And Paul, you know, in order for us to get moving into the business part, you know, before that, I just like to ask you, like, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
uh, sure. What do you want to know?
Well, you family, wife, kids, business, stuff like that.
Nah, I don't have a business. I do have a wife. No kids though right now. So uh, we're still no kids in the house. It's just me and her. Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong, man. Like, how old are you, man?
I'm 30. So just
30.
turned 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And kind of, you know, you don't have a business, like, you got some job going on, or what? What's the scene out there?
I'm sorry. Say it again. I didn't understand you.
No, you told you don't have a business, so what's that? You got a job or something? You know, what's happening at that friend?
Yeah, I got a job.
Huh? You know, man, like, what kind of job is this?
I'm a manager at Walmart.
Manager at Walmart. Wow, that should really keep you very busy most of the time, is it?
I mean, it's a regular job. 40 hours a week. So
Wow, that's hectic, man. Okay, you know, Paul, like, you know, this is how the call's going to go. Okay, well, John has kind of put me in charge of partnering with him. The only the best, the consistent, and the most hard charging people. We get hundreds of these calls each week, but everyone's not really ready to change their life. So this call would be for me to see if you're a good candidate. I will go and ask you some questions to where you are, to see where you are from a commitment, desire, or a financial standpoint, and to desire if your goals and desires would be in sync with what you're doing. And if so, I'll offer for you to work with John. If you accept, awesome. If not, that's also fine. It's cool.
what? I'm sorry. The last part I didn't understand.
No, I told you, like, you know, if you accept the offer for to, you know, join with John and you know, go ahead, it'd be fine. Otherwise, it's also fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, Paul, like, why why, you know, John's training program now? What's changed?
I'm just trying to find some different ways to make money besides working here at Walmart. So I've looked into starting my own business a few different times and thought this might be some way where I can, still make some money on the side and, at home on the phone and still work until, I can do something else, But right now, just kind of seeing, if this would be something good also to help me at the job too, because I am, like I said, a manager here at the job. And so, just trying to be better person period and also possibly make some money and eventually get out of this job.
Hmm. Right. You know, as you told, like, you want to keep moving and also, you know, kind of be better at the job. That's nice, man. Okay. Tell me, John, like, you know, why is it so you know, important for you at this point of time that, you know, you do the things that you were talking about here?
No, I mean, just no time like the present. I mean, now's just as good as any time. And I think, like I said, I saw the program. I thought it might be something that can help me to eventually get out of this working, for somebody else. I've been working there for a while now, and it's time to do something different. But I don't want to go to another job and have to start all over. So if I can just start working for myself, build up something for me, and then transition eventually.
Hmm. Okay, now you talk about building something on your own and transition. Like, can you you know, explain something more about that? Why is that important? important for you, man?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. As you're kind of mumbling, I can't hear the last parts of your words.
Oh, is it okay? Fine. I'll just try to be a little bit clearer on it. I just trying to figure out like you kind of want to do something more and kind of change and kind of start something on your own, right? I want to know like why is that really important at this type phase of your life now?
Like I said, I just want to do something different, but I don't want to have to start all over from the bottom of another job. So if I can do this on the side and make some money, it'll be good. And be easier, just do in my spare time and build it up. And eventually, hopefully I can quit my job and get out of this Walmart business.
Right, right, right. So you talking about making money and so on. Like money kind of is a kind of tool to change, right? Now we are talking about you is off role play, John. Role play.
Are you taking any notes?
I am, but I kind of been able to really use them effectively.
But you got to take notes because from the beginning I was giving you information. I
Yeah, I know
told you.
you've
I
been
told you.
kind of you want to kind of change jobs and do something on your
No, that's
own.
not the beginning. That's not the beginning. That's the pain. From the beginning of the conversation, I told you I worked. I was a manager. I told you, what I was working at and stuff, and so um, different things like that. So um, your questions are really, really muddled. Hopefully, like I said, I'll get this replay back to you. When you ask a question,
Mm-hmm.
and then you say a whole bunch of stuff after it. And so I hear it goes like this. So, what do you do for your job? Kind of things like that, and for a living, things what you do. What's your job? So that's how it sounds when you ask a question. It's like you ask a question and then you ask like four or five other little questions and you mumble, and I don't know exactly what you're saying. So you say like oh yeah, you're a manager. Yeah, it must keep you in charge, doing a lot of stuff, and doing things, and being about overdose and doing stuff, and it just kind of goes away, and I don't hear you when you're cleanly what you're saying. Um, in that one,
Mm.
which gym type was I playing?
This I think was Ruby.
Okay, so what did you do to connect with me in rapport as a Ruby?
Mm, well, I could not really get you to laugh or something like that. That's something was with that, right?
Yeah, but you didn't
Humor
try.
you.
You didn't try to get me to laugh. I'm saying you didn't really try to build
Yeah.
rapport at all towards the person. You just went kind of on. You kind of followed up a little bit with about the job. Oh yeah, that must keep you busy. Da, 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 da. But that's not so much of a good reply to connect to that Ruby. When I told you at first about the family, no, you replied on the family when I told you I don't have any kids, and you go, oh, how old are you? And da da da. So those things are not Ruby connection points, you know. So uh, and then in
So how
pain,
how do you think kind of because Ruby I've been kind of thinking about Ruby like would they like to be probed, so I do not want to really get too much into probing at that end. Uh,
but you never probe anybody. But you gotta reply with something that deals with Ruby stuff like achievements, stuff like that, and um, those are like I said. Look back over the Ruby thing itself, and in pain, you don't reply in pain. So you don't do replies. You ask the next question in pain, and you don't reply. You don't restate. You just ask the next question. So when you ask me the pain question, when you asked me the why Boss Consulting, why now, what was my reply? And how did you separate that into determine which ones are the needs and which ones are the pains?
uh, well, you kind of it will you do a lot of stuff, but kind of not able to take the complete the notes. Like you wanted to basically you wanted some kind of help at job. You were kind of wanting to improve yourself as a in your job front, and you also wanted to kind of start this business first, and quite a lot of stuff like that. All right.
Yeah, but what are needs and what are pains? That's what you have to be able to do. So that you have to be able to separate it, because then if you don't do that, and you'll do what you just did, you have to be able to find the pain so you can go ask a question about the pain. Because otherwise, you're really just killing time and going in circles. So you have to be able to identify the pain.
Yeah. Okay. Now you told the pain like I was like okay, make some money and kind of start a business. Oh, that's not a pain. That's all I need. Yeah. Okay. So I should have asked you like what's so important about starting a business and making more money.
You could have. That would have been something different. But what level of pain, or what level of pain was that reply? Was that level 1, level 2, level 3 pain? Which one?
Now what came in was less level one, right? Okay, it didn't go below that.
I can't
It was
understand
level
you.
one. We
Okay.
spoke now.
Okay. So if it's
I don't know. I
level
think
1,
that, are you? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Right,
So
yeah.
so money is always level 1. Money is level
Mm.
1, and with a ruby, it's a little harder to get to the pain. So that's why I had that ruby question. Money's just a tool. Remember that question? Money's just a tool
Right, right,
for
right.
change. Yeah, I know, but you got to use
Yeah,
that.
and wanted to get into it. It seemed like I would already answered that question before because if I was and I just started to ask that question when I kind of got off that call because I thought you'd say okay, if it's just a tool, what do you want to change? And probably I thought you'd go to say okay, fine, I want to change my job. Because you already told that okay, I want to change my job. I want to start something on my own. Uh, So if I were to ask you, like,
No, that
is
you're
it not
thinking
going to
of you're
circle back
thinking
to the
about
same
the
answer?
tool. Remember that question right there is a tool specifically for rubies. When they talk about money, specifically, that's why you have to use that question. What is it that you want to change? That whole statement, money is just a tool for change. They change da 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 da. That is a specific tool for rubies. You ain't got to think about it, or you just have to
Okay.
use it. So if you get to that, you ask that why blank and why now, what has changed, and you get money again, which means they're not going down. Use that tool. You have to use it. You ain't got to think about whether or not what you think he's going to say. That doesn't make a difference. Use the tool, because the tool works if you use it. So make sure you use that with the rubies, because it's harder to do rubies. I understand that. That's why I came up with that tool to break through that crack through that part, because it's really hard to mess with them. All right.
Okay.
You're not taking notes. You got to be able to get these notes, man. If you do not get the notes,
I am taking it, but not taking it as effectively as it should be because like I'm not really able to put in the so much of data onto my notes so quickly. That's the main challenge that I'm having
well,
now.
the reason I'm saying you're not taking notes is because when I'm speaking to you, you're doing
Mm-hmm.
this. I see your hands like this, which means your hands is not
Mm-hmm.
on the paper with the
Okay.
pen. That's why I'm telling you, you're not taking notes. I could see that because I see your hands. When I'm speaking, I see
Okay.
your hands. Your pen should be
Yeah, I
on the
know
paper.
because that happened after I had taken down the details about your pain and then that kind of whatever I wrote kind of didn't make sense to me, and at some stage I had to resign to the fact that I had to talk to you and get going. Yeah,
But you got to be able to take it.
I
So, all
understand
right.
that. Yeah,
So
I need to basically right.
let's go ahead and do another one.
Okay.
Ring ring.
Hi, this is Tony from Boss Consulting.
Hi Tony. Had a call scheduled for today. So here to find out some more about Boss Consulting.
A great, madam, who's on the line?
My name is Ernie. Uh, yeah, I had a call scheduled this time.
Oh, yeah, right, Ernie, right. You're very calling from Ernie.
I'm in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, Boston, Massachusetts. Okay. Great, Ernie, Boston, Massachusetts. Like, where exactly is this in the US, man? I have not been to US like this time.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
No, where exactly is Boston? Earlier, I've not been to US. I'm calling from India. Just wanted to know how is it over there.
All right, Paul. We're gonna pause right here, Tony. Ask one question, very clean. Where's that? Where's
Okay.
that? I don't know where that is. Because as you keep talking, what you do is you go, "Where's Boston?" Yeah, I've never been there. I'm from India. I don't know. And then I'm like, "What'd you say?" So just ask one clean question, and that's it.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
where's
Okay.
that at?
Okay.
Where's
Okay.
Boston at? I'm not from there.
I kind of been in this. Right.
Yeah, just
Right. Okay.
one. When you ask a question, a clean one question. Don't keep saying other stuff because you go down and then I can't understand what you're saying. All right, so we'll go from Boston. Boston is near New York.
Yeah, New York. Oh, that's kind of more familiar to me. The Big Apple, right? Hello.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you
still
can
here.
you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. And tell me, Ani, did you watch the videos of John? How did you come to know, come across John, and what's that did you go to the website or the
We'll stop
videos?
again. One question. Ask one
One. Okay.
question. Ask
Okay.
one solid question.
So, Ani, how did you come to know about John?
I was looking on YouTube and stuff for some different things to do to kind of make some different money, make some extra money. And I ran across one of his videos and then I watched a few other ones. And yeah, I booked a call to find out some more information.
Oh, and I know if I could ask you, what is that really resonated with you from the videos, Ani?
I mean, it just seems like something I can do in my spare time and still make a good amount of money. And yeah, I really, really need to do something right now. I've just been, working. I'm right now. I work here at Pizza Hut, and I don't like it. I want to try to do something different, and but right now I don't know what to do, and I don't know. I just want to try to be able to do something at home. I don't really care to be messing with a whole bunch of people, or and I think it could be something that's good for me. So yeah, I think I can give it a try. How much is the course, man?
I'll definitely get into the details of the pricing of the course, Ani, but if you were to give you the details now, it would be I'd be forcing you to take a decision just on price, and that would not be a good thing, right? I'd like you to basically take a decision based on the information and price later on. So, can I ask you some questions to know you more, to see if you are a good fit for a program, and then get into the pricing part? Is it okay?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. To know you a little bit more, before I get to the pricing part and the business part, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself, Ali?
Um, nothing really to tell. I don't. What do you want to know?
Well, about your family, wife, kids, what do you do, stuff like
Uh,
that.
well, I mean, I don't have any kids. Uh, definitely I don't know about, but yeah, I don't not married. I don't have a girlfriend or nothing either. So just a regular old single guy. Just trying to figure out some things to make some money. Trying to find some different ways.
Hmm. Okay, and you told you working in Pizza Hut, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many hours do you put into the job? Man, it's like it's a full, it's like 8 hours, 10 hours per day.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Good, good, good. Okay, really, very should be really hectic working in a kind of place like that, putting so much of work, and again, with someone who wants to really learn and get more, I'm sure it should really be very challenging, right?
No, it's a pretty simple job.
Okay, fine, okay. Well, only like this is how the call is going to go, and we just start with a clear explanation of my job and the purpose of this call. Okay, but John's put me in charge of partnering with him only the best, consistent, and the most hard charging people. We get hundreds of these calls each week, but not everybody is ready to change their life. So this call is for me to see if you're a good candidate. So what I'm going to do is ask you a few questions to see where you're from a commitment, desire, and a financial standpoint, and to determine if your goals and desires would match what you're looking for. If so, I will make an offer for you to work with John. If you accept, awesome. If not, that's also fine. Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so early like why the Boss Consulting Mentoring Program? Why now? What has changed?
Well, I mean, I got to do something different. I'm just doesn't seem like I'm really progressing or really doing anything, and I don't know. I just got to do something different. These folks, my family, just keep looking at me and saying, "Hey, you got to do some more stuff." I didn't go to college, so um, yeah, I want to try to do something that's gonna make me some real money. This is not doing anything for me. Working here at Pizza Hut, and so I need to do something. You know?
Right, right. I can understand that, man. Working in Pizza Hut, without kind of regular degree, when people with not much of college education got the skills, when you see that they're making money, it's really natural that you should also look at that way. Now, tell me, I mean, like making money. Why is that really important for you now?
Well, doesn't everybody want to make money?
Of course, man, everybody wants to make money, but money I think is just a tool for change, right? People use money to change their cars, their houses, even their spouses, man. What's that you want to change, man?
I want to do something that's better.
Hmm.
As I said, I mean, everybody's just kind of don't putting me down like I'm not doing anything right now, but I'm trying. So I want to see if this will work for me.
Okay. Now, I really understand that, man. I just imagine like 3 years have passed from now, and you kind of doing the same job that you're running at Pizza Hut. You're kind of doing the same stuff. People are still asking you, what you're doing, and you're still not able to make the money. How really do you think life is going to be like, man? Like 2 years from now?
Uh, I guess it'd be the same, right?
Yeah. And how's it going to, how's it going to feel, man? It's like,
I mean, about the same. I mean, nothing changes if I don't change anything. So, uh, yeah, that's well, I guess just nothing will change. I mean, so I don't know.
hmm. And tell me, like when I imagine, like if I do decide to join a program today, and kind of you've been able to really change what's happening with your life. You've been able to start making money, and you know do stuff like that. Do whatever you want to do. Like can you paint me a picture on how your life would look like if, in case, if you were to make the kind of money that you want to make, and do what you want to do, man. Can you just paint a picture for me?
No, I mean, I'm definitely be able to stop working here at Pizza Hut and probably could just
Mhm.
stay at home and make money on the phone. But like I said, it's just I don't know if this be something. I mean, I want to do it, but I don't know. Maybe it might not work, or how much is how much is it? I'm not really, you know, I can't really put a whole bunch of money out and stuff. I'm not really, balling or nothing like that. So, I mean, how much does it cost? How much does it cost?
Oh yeah, it's going to be around $2,000. And you're like,
Man,
do you have something like that set up for something to change your life, man?
no, man, I can't do $2,000, man. So, wow. Man, I
Hmm.
was hoping it would have, I didn't know how much it was gonna be. Nah, I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to waste your time or nothing. I didn't think it would be that much. But wow. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do $2,000 or however much it was. I'm barely, sitting up here being able to do anything here. Put some money in the bank at all working here at Pizza Hut. Besides fixing the car and all this other crazy stuff. Yeah, I won't be able to do $2,000. Sorry, man.
Hmm. Well, what's the thing over here, Ernie? Like, it's a thing about the money, or it's about the value that you are talking about, and it's really changing your life, or being able to go to the place where you'll be able to look at, change the way people look at you, and is that not good enough that you want to what's it about the value, or it's about the price?
Well, man, like I said, I don't even know if this will work. For me, I don't
Hmm.
know if this gonna even work. And then trying to put that much money out and you know, yeah, it's just not. I can't do that, man. That's just there's no. Yeah, I can't do that, man. It's not gonna work out. So, but well, like I said, man, I appreciate you giving me a call, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. So, thank you.
Hey, Ernie, before we get off the call, uh,
All right. All right. So what I want you to do for the pain part, for the pain, tell me the tools that we have that we use in the pain, and just tell me all the things that you should be using in the pain area.
uh, the first thing is that we're going to go into the voice consulting. Why now? What has changed?
That's a question.
Okay, and
There's sequences. There's different things that we've said. This is how we do things. So tell me those things.
mm, can you be specific, John? Because I don't seem to get that.
Yeah, remember this one.
Sorry.
Look, why question, why, how, who, what, when question, probing question, story to connect.
Right.
That's one of the sequences. Okay. What about the
Okay. The story to connect is
no? Don't explain right now. Those are the things. That's the pieces. Why question, why, who, what, when, where question, probing question, story to connect. Okay, that's one of our sequences. One of the things that we use. What about the response that the person gives you from the first why question? Why blank? Why now? What has changed? What is the response that they're supposed to give you that you're listening for?
yeah. So in this case, like you kind of the thing was like, why was you looking to make it different,
Nope,
and
nope, nope. It's a something that I've told you to look for. Need, pain, need, pain, need, pain, pain. You have to use these things. If you're not using these things, it's not gonna work. You have to use them.
yeah.
Have to
So
use the questioning sequence. Why question? Why, who, what, when question? Probing question. Story to connect. You have to listen from the first question, the pain, need, pain, need, pain, need, pain, pain. You have to do those things. Otherwise, it will not work.
Okay, now when I asked you the question, like, for example, why, but you gave me details, right? Like, need, pain, kind of, along stuff.
Yeah, I
I
did.
got the details. Yeah. So
I
you got
did.
the details with me, right? Yeah.
I did. But what
So,
you did is you asked the question about a need. You asked the question about the money, and I gave you a pain. You asked the question about the money, and then you went and used the money tool, which is that story, which is good. But you asked us a question about a need and not the pain, not a pain that I gave
okay,
you.
so the pain over here is when you had, kind of you have people who are asking you, and people, your family kind of is disappointed with what's happening. I think that's the pain which I had to take in, right?
You don't have to think about it. The thing of it is, when you use the system, there's no thinking that needs to be done. All you need to do is write. So if you write down these statements, if you wrote down 3 statements, it should be what?
Uh, well, your family kind of is kind of with you, and you kind of don't have college degree, but your college
No.
degree.
Listen,
Uh,
listen, Tony. If you wrote down and you found 3 major things that I said, what possibility is it in the tool that I've given you? Is it need, pain? Is it need, pain? Or is it need, pain, pain?
So yeah, it was like kind of got it did really end up with a pain also, right? Kind of
Tony,
ended with
Tony, Tony. If it was 3 things that you wrote down as major pieces, what
yeah,
is the possibility?
yes, need pain. Say need pain.
That's it. There's no need to think about that. That's all it
Okay,
is. That's why I
okay,
give you those tools, because you don't have to think about it. You just have to write down. And the major things I say, those are the things that you capture. So if I say, yeah, I really want to change to a new job. I'm tired of these people talking about me. See, every time I pause, that's a new thing. That's a
mm-hmm.
new thing. So I'm tired. I need to get a new job. That's one thing. People talking about me. I'm trying to stop them. New thing. Because I want to do this. New thing. If it's 3 things, it's need, pain. There is no other possibility. There is no thing that you have to think about. What you're doing is not using the tools, so you're causing more thoughts in your brain to try to come up with stuff. And that's why you're not succeeding in it. So I give you the tools to make it very
Okay.
simple.
So right. Right. Okay. So, if I were to ask you, like in what we told, like, uh, the main pain over there, basically, the family is disappointed, kind of, you want to kind of, that would qualify as the main pain over here, right?
How many things did you write down?
So you see, you had the, no college, make some money, and the family, your family disappointed with you not being able to do much because you had kind of no college, and kind of make uh, so much money, and yeah.
So how many things did you write down?
I'm not able to say for what I've written down.
Well, you have to
It's
be.
kind of, so it's, it was pretty quick as it went through, and I really need to figure out some way to get in the data which you are giving me in a more in a way that it will look like data to me itself, right? And that's kind of so I just kind of was trying to catch the key points over there, and
Yeah.
I somehow
How many key points did you write down?
it's like family problem.
No,
The family
no.
kind of
Tony,
disappointed.
Tony,
No, all right.
Tony. How many key points did
Like
you
it's
write down?
like around it's on four, 5. Yeah.
Okay, so if 5 is not a possibility, 4 is. So if you wrote down 4 things,
Focus, need, pain.
there you go. So that's very simple to do. So pick one of the pains and talk about that.
Okay.
That's what you're not doing. See, if you pick the pain, one of the pains, and talk about that, you're trying to think, oh, what do I need to talk about? What you don't have to. It gave you a system so
Okay.
you don't have to think. You only have to write it down. And once you capture it,
Right.
it's there. You just ask a question about the pain, one of the pains, or the only pain,
Right,
however
John.
many it works
Right,
out.
John. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, you got
Okay,
to
so
do
now
that.
let me just no, let me just go from here. Okay, now for example, now I kind of I figured out, okay, fine, you kind of your family is disappointed with it's okay. Okay, John, you're kind of your family is disappointed with
Stop.
no, I
No,
just
no,
want
no,
to
no.
look
I
at
want
those
to
points.
stop
Okay,
though because you're replying. You're restating stuff. Don't restate. Ask a question.
mm,
Don't restate. Don't reply in pain. Ask the question.
okay. So it should go like, okay. So John, why is it so important that your family is that you want to look good in front of your family and yeah. So what's so important in you wanting to come across as a successful person in front of your family? Is that would that be a relevant question in this?
It's better. It's better. But as I said, what's the thing for you right now, Tony, is that because you still haven't been using those tools, it prevents you from asking good questions. So if you actually use those tools, it will allow you to start learning how to ask better
Mhm.
questions. And since you haven't been using it, you don't know how to develop those questions quicker. And that's the thing that's happening for you. If you actually use the tools, you will actually ask a question about the pain, and if you do that over and over and over and over, you will develop the ability to ask better questions. But if you don't use the tools, you don't use the system, you will not, right, you'll be where you are right now. You're not able to formulate a good question in enough time on the fly. That's why we have to get those role plays in. That's why we have to use the system. You have to do those things, otherwise it will not work. So your role plays and stuff from this point, you got to use everything that we've given you. No guessing, there's no guessing needed, because need, pain, need, pain, need, pain. There's no guessing. All you have to do is listen, write down those, capture those key points that the person says, and then see how many you have. Most time, the last thing they say is the thing that you should ask another question about. But once again, because you haven't been doing that, being able to formulate a good question really quickly, you haven't built up that muscle yet. So you have to practice the system, and then it will build up. See, those are things I can't teach you. I can't teach you how to come up with a good question because you have to practice doing that. That's why you have to practice the system exactly like it is, because the system teaches you to start doing it and asking good questions. Because if you do it 20 times, you ask a question about pain 20, 40, 60 times, you will start to develop a good sequence of how to ask that next question. The first question, next question will come a little easier after you practice it. Probing question is already given to you. What's the probing question?
Why Boston? I think
Nope,
why
that's
not?
not the probing question.
Which is it, John?
The probing question is, why is that important to you?
Why is that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fine. Okay. Mm. Right. That's right. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why is it
that's
important? Is it?
That's the probing question, not the first question you ask or the second question. That's the probing question. After you ask a question about the pain that they're giving you from the first question. So you have to use these tools, otherwise it will not work. When you use the system, it works. The system works. You just have to use it exactly like it is. Don't try to add to it. Don't try to take away from it. All right, so it's on the hour, a little bit after. So I'm gonna put this recording for you, and I'll put it in the room in that YouTube playlist for you. So go back and look at that and stuff. But you gotta start using the tools, man, that they're given to you, and it makes everything very simple. You ain't gotta think about nothing. All you gotta do is listen, because you use the tools that's given to you. So I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. For me, I don't know what time it'll be for you, but it'll be in the morning for me.
Yeah, it should be night. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be tonight for me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sure, man. Sure. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.